Hey guys, I'm back again and I'm here to do my book club finals picks. So we had our last book club was in June. It was mid-June and we read in mid-June The Warmth of Other Suns, and we had a Zoom meeting because COVID, okay? So we had our last vote and everything, and the vote was pretty split, so we had to have a second vote during the meeting. And so these are the 7 books that my book club is going to be reading the school year of 2020 to 2021. So I have my handy iPad in case I need a little bit of help, and I need help with the very first one. So the first book on our list that we will be reading, and we're going to be reading this one in September, so I'm going to have to acquire this one and probably read it over summer just so I can get a head start and not have my September just be totally crazy. But Cassandra at the Wedding. Okay, now this one, I voted for this one because, yeah, this one sounds interesting. So I'm just going to give you a little idea of what it's about. Cassandra Edwards is a graduate student at Berkeley, gay, brilliant, nerve-wracked, miserable. At the beginning of this novel, she drives back to her family ranch in the foothills of the Sierras to attend the wedding of her identical twin, Judith, to a nice young doctor from Connecticut. Cassandra, however, is hell-bent on sabotaging the wedding. Okay. That sounds like it's gonna be good. So that'll be the first book that we will be checking out. The second book, everybody knows this one, is The Other Americans, and this is by Layla Lalami. And I think Layla Lalami, she also wrote The Moors Account, maybe if people have read that one or have been interested in reading that one. So The Other Americans popped up on the list. I was one of the people that put that one on the list. Happy that it showed up. I have high hopes that this book will be good, but you know, who knows? Who knows? So this one, late one spring night, Driss Garawi, a Moroccan immigrant living in California, is walking across a darkened intersection when he is killed by a speeding car. The repercussions of this death bring together a diverse cast of characters. Okay, so yeah, that's the second one. And we're going to be reading this one in November. So hopefully this one will be good too. Okay, next on the list is going to be On Chapel Sands, and we're going to be reading that one in December. And so this one is the only one that I'm just sort of like, man, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of true crime, so yeah, I'm a little wary. I'm not so sure. But this one, it says, uncovering the mystery of her mother's disappearance as a child. In the autumn of 1929, a small child was kidnapped from a Lincolnshire beach. 5 agonizing days went by before she was found in a nearby village. The child remembered nothing of these events, and nobody ever spoke of them at home. It was another 50 years before she even learned of the kidnap. Okay, so yeah, it's a autobiography / memoir, nonfiction, true crime, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, anyway, I don't know. If y'all ain't read this one, link below and tell me like what's really up with that, because I'm not so sure. Okay, next on the list is this one, Unsheltered by Barbara Kingsolver. I was going to suggest this one, and then somebody put in their votes and they had suggested it, and I was like, oh, okay, so somebody else is on the same idea as me. This one, it has a dual timeline, 2016 and 1871. So 2016, meet Willa Knox, a woman who stands braced against an upended world that seems to hold no mercy for her shattered life and family or the crumbling house that contains her. And in 1871, we have Thatcher Greenwood, the new science teacher, is a fervent advocate of the work of Charles Darwin, and he is keen to communicate his ideas to his students. But those in power in Thatcher's small town have no desire for a new world order. Thatcher and his teachings are not welcome. Okay, so that's that one. This one is it's quite the chunker. I love this edition though. This edition is just so good. So good. So very good. So I have high hopes for this one as well. Barbara Kingsolver is a writer that I enjoy reading. She puts a spin and perspective on things that I find interesting. So yeah, fingers crossed that this one is going to be good. Next on the list, I have The Unseen World by Liz Moore. This one is one, I remember this one coming out when it came out a long time ago. It was all over BookTube. People were just raving about how good it was. I didn't really, I don't know, I wasn't really that keen on reading it. But yeah, many years later, here we are, and I'm kind of interested in reading this one. I did vote for this one, The Unseen World. So it says, Ada Sibyllus is raised by David, her brilliant, eccentric, socially inept single father, who directs a computer science lab in 1980s era Boston. Homeschooled, Ada accompanies David to work every day. By 12, she is a painfully shy prodigy. The lab begins to gain acclaim at the same time that David's mysterious history comes into question. When his mind begins to falter, leaving Ada virtually an orphan, she is taken in by one of David's colleagues. Soon she embarks on a mission to uncover her father's secrets, a process that carries her from childhood to adulthood. What Ada discovers on her journey into a virtual universe will keep the reader riveted until the unseen world's heart-stopping, fascinating conclusion. Okay, so this is mystery, contemporary, whatever. Okay, so link below if you've read this one and really liked it. It has 5.12 stars over on Goodreads. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is really gonna be good. Okay, next on the list we have All the Light We Cannot See. This one, a lot of people read when it came out, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a Pulitzer Prize winner. And so, World War II storyline. So we have, from the highly acclaimed, multiple award-winning Anthony Doerr, the stunningly beautiful instant New York Times bestseller about a blind French girl and a German boy whose paths collide in occupied France as both try to survive the devastation of World War II. Okay, I personally did not vote for this one just because, I really wasn't over the moon about it. But yeah, we'll see. It can't be any worse than On Chapel Sands. But yeah, I figure it's readable. But I'll let you know if it's not that great. Let me know down below if you think this one is going to be good and I'm just tripping. I could just be tripping and it's actually going to be good, but I don't know. So let me know. Yeah. Okay. And last but not least, we have, ta-da, Girl, Woman, Other. So I voted for this one, but I did not suggest it. Someone else suggested it. And I'm kind of happy it got suggested and it got picked because I have a feeling we're going to be able to have a good discussion on it. I'll be reading this one this month because I'm reading it for the BookTube prize. So yeah, all's good pretty much on this list except for like one book that I'm not really sure about. Girl, Woman, Other, this is sort of like a combination short story, long novel short story combination. So it says, welcome to Newcastle 1905. 10-year-old Grace is an orphan dreaming of the mysterious African father she will never meet. Cornwall 1953. Winsome is a young bride recently arrived from Barbados, realizing the man she married might be a fool. London 1980. Amma is the fierce queen of her squatter's palace, ready to smash the patriarchy with a new kind of feminist theater. So, Girl, Woman, Other. Very excited to be reading this one this month, but I'm also excited to be discussing this one with my book club. And yeah, so that's it. Those are the 7 books. So I will be busy reading those and discussing them with my book club here in Normandy. And I'm kind of excited because these are some interesting, pretty eclectic kind of list as usual. We wind up getting something that's usually pretty eclectic. It's very rare that I feel like the list is trash. I think we maybe had one year where I thought the list was just like, come on guys, y'all, we can do better than this. But yeah, this list is, it's looking pretty exciting. So that's all I have for you today. Comment below and let me know what you think about the list. And I hope you guys are having some great reading, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Bye.